We're learning more details about that rollover crash in Dallas from overnight, who was involved, and what police are saying about what happened. Well, good morning. We're glad you're with us. I'm Russ McCaskey.
And I'm Karen Borda. It happened just before 3 a.m. on Riverfront Boulevard near I-30.
Nicole Jacobs is live outside of Methodist Hospital with what we know about the crash. Nicole.
Russ and Karen, ERROL Spence Jr. is expected to survive, and after taking a look at that Ferrari he was driving, he is an incredibly fortunate man to be here at Methodist Hospital. His management team telling me this morning he had no upcoming scheduled fights, but less than 2 weeks ago had just added another championship to his repertoire.
Consecutive stoppage win.
ERROL Spence Jr., a local boxing champion, made a name for himself in the ring, knocking out dozens of opponents. But an overnight drive along Riverfront Boulevard in Dallas ended like this. The 29-year-old was driving this now mangled Ferrari. According to Dallas police, he was speeding when the crash happened, crossing over the median and flipping several times. Along with the shoes and bags thrown from the vehicle, he too was ejected. The boxer was not wearing a seatbelt, police say. Investigators collecting photographs of the twisted metal and interviewing witnesses at the scene after Spence was transported to Methodist Hospital. Authorities confirm he will survive, although this comeback could be one of the hardest of his career. Again, the management team telling me his injuries are non-life threatening, but he remains in intensive care here at Methodist Hospital. We're live in Dallas. Nicole Jacobs, CBS 11 News.
Now, I'm going to keep it real with you guys. The wording for this whole thing is wrong. Like how they're wording it and what they're putting the emphasis on. I don't think ERROL Spence will be able to box again after this. And don't try to jump on me talking about I'm trying to wish bad on him or something like this. I'm using my same common sense that I've always used to always make all my videos and find things out and investigate and, you know, present it to you guys so you guys can see. I'm using those same kind of wits and intelligence and formats and strategies that I use to sift out truth for this boxing stuff. And when it comes to what they're saying, they're putting a lot of emphasis on it's not life-threatening. It's not life-threatening. His injuries is not life-threatening. The fact that they keep going to the it's not life-threatening lets me know that his injuries are serious. Now, I've also had some information make it to me about ERROL Spence and what happened to him this morning in ICU at the hospital. I'm not going to put that out there, and I'm not going to say it, but I'm going to see if some of that information has ran across you guys' eyes as well, because some people came to me and asked me about it, and I said, look, man, I really don't know, you know, but the information I heard was really disturbing, and I hate to be the person to lead you on, you know what I'm saying, like that, because T Street Controversy be doing that shit, and that should be pissing me off. You know, hey man, I heard this, and that. Then he goes never go to say anything. But obviously, out of respect, I'm not going to say it. Now, obviously, out of integrity, I'm not going to say it. But I want to see if some of you guys will leave it in my comment section and let me know how much you know about it, because what I heard was extremely fucked up. But as far as him being in ICU, to further clarify ICU, to be admitted into ICU, you have to have a few things going on. Number one, to get admitted to ICU, that's for people who can't breathe on their own, to need to be hooked up to machines. So it's one thing for sure. If you're in ICU, you're hooked up to a lot of machines. That's also for people with organ failure. It's also for people who need to be monitored very closely, 24 hours. It's also for people. It's also for people getting surgery, and that's pretty much it that I can tell you off the top of my dome. You guys can further look it up, but Intensive care unit is basically for people who need to be monitored 24/7, people who can't breathe on their own, people who have organ failure, or people who have severe injuries or needs surgery or something like that. In a nutshell, that's why you get admitted into there. But they're making it clear that it's not life-threatening, but they're not saying the extent of his conditions. And hearing how the accident went and looking at the car and hearing how they're wording it and what they're putting emphasis on, well, one thing's for sure, he's not going to be inside the ring anytime soon. Something is really wrong. I don't know what. I'm not sure what. Like I said, I had a few things run across my eyeballs, and I just pray to God that that's not the case. But as I learn more, or as I learn anything, or if there's anything to add, because I know a lot of people are curious and eager for information, I will give it to you guys as I get it, but for right now, that's all that I got. All right, I'm out.